In a quiet suburban neighborhood, the houses line up neatly, and the lawns are perfectly trimmed. The Homeowners Association (HOA) runs everything like clockwork with strict rules about noise, decorations, and even how many plants you can have. Everyone follows the rules, or faces trouble. Meet Sam, a kind-hearted person who lives in this neighborhood. Sam has PTSD from their time in the military, and loud noises or sudden changes can make life tough. That's where Max comes in. Max is Sam's service dog, a loyal golden retriever trained to help Sam stay calm. Max senses when Sam's anxiety spikes and nudges them to breathe or guides them to a quiet spot. He's more than a pet, he's Sam's lifeline. Max is well-behaved, but he's not perfect. Sometimes, loud noises like a car backfiring or a delivery truck rumbling by make him bark loudly. It's his way of alerting Sam to something unusual. Most neighbors don't mind, but the barking bugs a few who like their peace and quiet. Sam tries to explain that Max is a service dog, but not everyone listens. Then there's Karen, the HOA's unofficial enforcer. Karen loves rules more than anything. She patrols the neighborhood with a notebook, jotting down every tiny violation, like a mailbox that's slightly crooked or a kid's bike left on a driveway. When she hears Max bark, her eyes narrow. To her, Max is just a noisy dog breaking her perfect order, not a service animal helping Sam. She's already left notes on Sam's door, warning them to control the dog. Sam feels the pressure building, knowing Karen's watching. Trouble's coming, and it's about to get messy. Things got worse for Sam. Karen wouldn't let Max's barking go. Every time Max let out a loud bark, like when a neighbor's lawnmower roared or kids shouted nearby, Karen showed up at Sam's door. Her face was always red, and she'd point at Max saying, "Your dog's breaking HOA noise rules. This isn't a zoo." Sam tried staying calm. They'd explained that Max was a service dog, trained to help with their PTSD. "He barks sometimes to warn me," Sam said. "It's part of his job." But Karen just rolled her eyes. "Rules are rules," she'd snap, acting like Sam was making it all up. Sam even told Karen about the law, how the Americans with Disabilities Act protected service dogs like Max. They thought it'd make her back off. Instead, Karen laughed. "Don't give me that nonsense," she said. "I know a noisy pet when I hear one." Her words stung, and Sam felt their chest tighten. They hated how Karen made them feel like a liar. Then Karen got meaner. Sticky notes started appearing on Sam's door, "Quiet your dog or else," or "HOA fines coming." One evening, Karen banged on the door so hard Max whimpered. "Control that mutt," she yelled through the window. Sam's hands shook as they held Max close. Karen didn't stop there. She went house to house, telling neighbors Max was a problem. Some neighbors nodded, annoyed by the barking. Others just shrugged, but Sam heard whispers at the mailbox. "Karen says that dog's a nuisance," someone muttered. Sam felt alone. They stopped going to neighborhood barbecues, scared of Karen's glares or more complaints. At night, they'd check the locks twice, worried Karen might do something to Max. What if she called animal control? Or worse. Sam's PTSD got harder to manage. Every loud noise felt like a warning. Max stayed by their side, but even his warm fur couldn't shake the fear. Karen was closing in, and Sam didn't know how to stop her. One sunny afternoon, a delivery truck rumbled down the street. Its loud engine made Max's ears perk up. He barked sharply, his way of telling Sam something was off. Sam, sitting on the porch, patted Max's head. "It's okay, boy," they said, knowing it was just a delivery. But across the lawn, Karen heard the barks. Her face twisted with anger. She'd had enough. Karen grabbed a spray bottle from her porch, filled with water and a splash of vinegar, her go-to for training stray cats. She marched toward Sam's yard, her shoes stomping the grass. Max barked again, and that was it. Karen raised the bottle and squirted Max right in the face. The sharp smell hit his nose, and he yelped, shaking his head. Sam froze, their heart racing. "What are you doing?" they shouted, jumping up. Sam ran to Max, wiping his wet fur with their sleeve. Max whimpered but seemed okay, just confused. Sam's hands shook as they turned to Karen. "Why would you spray him? He's my service dog." Their voice cracked with shock. Karen stood tall, clutching the bottle like a weapon. "I'm protecting this neighborhood," she yelled. "That dog's a menace, and you're faking this whole disability thing to get away with it." Her words hit Sam like a punch. Faking? Sam's PTSD was real. Max was the only thing keeping them steady some days. Sam stared, speechless, as Karen kept going. "Someone's got to teach that mutt a lesson," she said, waving the bottle. "If you won't, I will." Max cowered behind Sam, his tail low. Sam's shock turned to anger. They wanted to scream, but their voice caught. How could Karen think this was okay? She'd crossed a line and Sam knew it wasn't just mean, it was wrong. Something had to be done, but right now, all they could do was hold Max tight and glare at Karen's smug face. Sam's hands still shook as they held Max close after Karen sprayed him. Karen kept yelling, waving her spray bottle and calling Max a noisy pest. Sam pulled out their phone and hit record. "You can't keep doing this," Sam said. Karen didn't stop. "I sprayed that dog to shut him up and I'd do it again," she shouted, not noticing the phone. Sam's heart raced. They had proof now. That night, Sam couldn't sleep. They searched online about service dogs and found something big. Messing with a service dog like spraying Max was against the law. The Americans with Disabilities Act said it was a federal offense with fines or even jail time. Sam's jaw dropped. Karen wasn't just mean, she'd broken the law. They saved screenshots of the rules, feeling a spark of hope. The next day, word spread about the incident. Neighbors picked sides. Some agreed with Karen, saying Max's barking was annoying. "Why can't they train that dog?" one grumbled at the mailbox. Others were furious at Karen. "Spraying a service dog? That's awful," said Mrs. Lee, who'd seen Max help Sam during a panic attack. The neighborhood felt split, and Sam heard arguments at the park. It made them feel uneasy, like they were causing trouble. Karen didn't back down. She filed fake HOA complaints, claiming Sam's yard was messy or their trash cans stayed out too long. None of it was true, but the notices kept coming. Worse, Karen spread lies. She told people Sam wasn't really disabled, that Max was just a loud pet. "They're using that dog to dodge rules," she said at an HOA meeting. Sam overheard the gossip and felt their stomach twist. They clutched Max's leash tighter on walks, scared of what Karen might do next. But with the video and the law on their side, Sam knew they had to fight back. Sam had enough. Karen's lies and complaints were too much, and spraying Max was unforgivable. They took a deep breath and went to the police station, clutching their phone with the video of Karen's rant. Sitting with an officer, Sam explained how Max was their service dog, helping with PTSD. They showed the video, Karen yelling about spraying Max to shut him up. The officer's face grew serious. "This isn't just mean," he said. "It's against federal law." Sam handed over their research about the Americans with Disabilities Act, feeling nervous but strong. The next morning, 2 officers knocked on Karen's door. Sam watched from their porch, heart pounding. Karen opened the door looking annoyed, then confused. "You're under arrest for animal cruelty and interfering with a service animal," an officer said, reading her rights. Karen's eyes widened. "What?" "It was just water," she shouted, but the officers didn't budge. They cuffed her and led her to the patrol car. Karen's face went pale. She hadn't known spraying Max was a federal crime. Sam held Max close, whispering, "We did it, boy." News of Karen's arrest spread like wildfire. At the next HOA meeting, the neighborhood was buzzing. Some neighbors defended Karen, saying, "She just wanted quiet." Others were angry. "She crossed a line," said Mr. Patel, slamming his fist on the table. The video Sam gave police leaked online, and people saw Karen's cruelty for themselves. Arguments got loud. Karen had bossed everyone around for years, fining people for tiny things like untrimmed bushes. Now her arrest made everyone question her power. The HOA board, embarrassed, promised changes. They voted to rewrite rules to respect service animals and limit complaints about them. Sam sat quietly, Max at their feet, feeling a weight lift. Karen's reign was over, and the neighborhood might finally feel like home again. A few weeks later, Sam sat on their porch, sipping coffee. Max lay nearby, his tail wagging. Suddenly, a squirrel darted across the lawn. Max let out a playful bark and leaped up, chasing it to the fence. Sam laughed, the sound light and free. For the first time in months, they didn't glance around, worried about complaints. Karen was gone, and the neighborhood felt different, calmer. Sam thought about what happened. Karen's ignorance had hurt them, but it taught everyone a lesson. People with disabilities like Sam deserved respect, not judgment. Max wasn't just a dog, he was their lifeline, protected by law. Sam hoped others would learn to understand before acting. Ignorance could cause pain, but kindness could heal it. Then Sam smiled, thinking of something new. They'd started talking to people online, sharing their story to help others with service dogs facing trouble. Messages poured in, people needed advice, and Sam was ready to guide them. Maybe this was just the start. With Max by their side, who knew what they'd take on next? The future felt bright, and Sam was ready for it.